strong.
The Philippine Air Force, PAF, is once again making headlines as the government finalizes its decision to acquire more FA-50 light combat aircraft from South Korea's Korea Aerospace Industries, KAI. This move, while welcomed by some, has reignited an ongoing debate within the country's defense community. Should the Philippines continue investing in light fighters, or should it now make the leap toward true multi-role fighter jets such as the F-16 Fighting Falcon or the Saab JS-39 Gripen? The question is not new. Since the PAF's first batch of FA-50 aircraft arrived in 2015, the light fighter has served as the backbone of the nation's limited air combat capability. These jets have participated in various missions, from maritime patrols in the West Philippine Sea to ground attack operations during the Marawi siege in 2017. They have proven to be reliable, relatively easy to maintain, and cost-efficient, a crucial factor for a country that has historically underinvested in its air defense capabilities. Supporters of the decision to buy more FA-50s emphasize three main advantages. First, cost-effectiveness. At roughly $38 to $40 million per unit, the FA-50 comes at less than half the price of an advanced multi-role fighter like the F-16V or Gripen E. Second, operational familiarity. The PAF already operates 12 FA-50s, meaning that pilots, technicians, and logistics chains are already in place. Introducing more of the same model ensures seamless integration without the delays and costs of learning an entirely new platform. Third, mission flexibility. While it is classified as a light fighter, the FA-50 is equipped with modern avionics, precision-guided munitions capability, and can perform both air-to-air and air-to-ground missions. However, critics argue that the PAF risks locking itself into a platform that, while effective for low to medium-intensity conflicts, is not designed to go head-to-head with the advanced fighters of potential adversaries. The FA-50's combat radius, weapons payload, and radar capabilities fall short compared to modern multi-role fighters. In a hypothetical high-intensity conflict over the West Philippine Sea, the FA-50 would be outmatched by aircraft like China's J-10C, J-11, or the J-16, all of which have superior range, payload, and sensor technology. Military analyst and retired Air Force Colonel Antonio Villarreal puts it bluntly: the FA-50 is an excellent stepping stone, but it's not the end goal. If we rely solely on light fighters, we risk having a fleet that is good for counterinsurgency and patrols, but not for defending our airspace against a modern military power. The debate is further intensified by the Philippines' current security environment. The West Philippine Sea remains a flashpoint, with China expanding artificial islands, deploying advanced missile systems, and maintaining an aggressive patrol presence. For many defense observers, this is not the time to settle for good enough, it is the time to invest in air superiority. Yet the reality is that acquiring a fleet of F-16 Versus or Gripen ES is not as straightforward as it sounds. Such fighters are not only more expensive to buy, but also more costly to maintain over their service life. Operating costs for an F-16V can exceed $7,000 per flight hour, compared to roughly $3,000 for $000 for the FA-50. For a budget-conscious country like the Philippines, these differences matter. There is also the question of timing. Procurement of a new multi-role fighter type can take years, from negotiations and contract signing, to pilot and crew training, to actual delivery. In contrast, additional FA-50s could be delivered relatively quickly, expanding the PAF's combat-ready fleet within 2 to 3 years. In a region where tensions can escalate rapidly, having more operational jets sooner rather than later is a strong argument in itself. Still, there are middle ground solutions being floated. One option is to continue expanding the FA-50 fleet for immediate needs while simultaneously moving forward with a smaller batch of high-end multi-role fighters. This would give the PAF a two-tiered force structure: light fighters for rapid response and patrol missions, and advanced fighters for deterrence and high-threat engagements. The decision to double down on the FA-50 ultimately reflects a delicate balance between strategic needs, financial realities, and geopolitical urgency. In the short term, more FA-50s mean more patrols, more training sorties, and more ready aircraft to respond to emergencies. In the long term, however, the Philippines will still need to take the leap into acquiring advanced fighters if it hopes to maintain credible deterrence in one of the world's most contested maritime regions. Whether the FA-50 will remain the backbone of the PAF for another decade or become a bridge to a more advanced fleet depends on how the government prioritizes future modernization phases. For now, the choice has been made: more FA-50s are on the way, and with them, renewed debates about the very future of Philippine air power.